lost souls room. A room for ghosts that have been exorcised. About devils. It's death for the dead.
As I walk toward the light, after my last breath, I see my life in a flash. Faster than fast, yet there I was in a casket. And my family wept for me. My brother gave the eulogy, knew he would rap for me. Heard the thoughts of the people that were sitting in the crowd. At first I heard them low, and they started getting loud. There was lots of people sad because the beast had passed. But there was someone in the crowd who stood out. He said, I'm staring at him, glaring at him, trying to see his face. When I finally got a good look, all of that erased. Then it felt like outer space, in a dark and in a void. I could feel myself breathe, but I couldn't hear the noise. Then I felt the strongest jar, like you're breaking in a car. And I came upon a being that was shining like a star. I heard a voice in my head, and it said, let go. I gave into the powers that be, I'm dead, yo. As I floated in the nothingness, I felt that I was everywhere. It felt like I was moving, but I wasn't getting anywhere. Finally peeped a set of stairs with colors like a checkerboard. Floated up the steps, in a sense, yo, I was led by God. As I reached the top of the steps, I smelled an ocean. Now I'm seeing somebody vaguely in the distance approaching. And it was more like an energy than a person per se. The thing grabbed my hand and it whispered, this way. I was walked down a corridor that led to a ship that was docked on a blood-red ocean. I spelled shit, I didn't want to go at all, but I wasn't in control. As we sailed across with speed, I could sense the other souls. There was thousands of these ships, farther than I could perceive. As my boat started flying and zooming across the sea, where could I be? I know this isn't hell or even heaven. I landed on an island in the shape of number 7. As I walked across the rocks, they felt like hot coals. Hot at the top, then it stopped and got cold. Seen a door in the shape of what looked like a 6. I'm turning a knob and walking in, yo, what the hell is this? I see a brick wall and a pillar with some chalk on it. Draw a door, knock 3 times, I knocked dog on it. The bricks gave way and I was blinded by the light. I felt the rush of love and knew things were going right. I let it take me in the wave, I let it take me and it did. I let it take me and it went and put my soul into a kid. Came out my mother's womb, from a tomb into a womb. Life is a cycle, if you haven't died, you will soon.
As the days and the weeks and the months fly by, really take time to appreciate the ones you love before they die.
Are we gonna fail? No one can tell. Tell me what I gotta do to get away from this hell. I'm losing my mind, I know I gotta break out my shell and prepare myself mentally for final farewells. Are we gonna fail? No one can tell. Tell me what I gotta do to get away from this hell. I'm losing my mind, I know I gotta break out my shell and prepare myself mentally for final farewells. I love my mother, love my father, love my brother, love my sister, love my daughter, love my son, love my wife, I'm gonna miss her. See, we live our whole lives thinking that they'll never leave, but life comes and goes like the wind and the breeze. These are things we have to think about to start our preparation, like the pharaohs did for their final destination. You work your occupation, bust your hump a 9 to 5, trying to feed your family and trying to stay alive, scraggling together any kind of funds that you can get, working on your credit when you're knee deep in debt. How quick we forget and lose touch with our reality. Happiness shouldn't be synonymous with a salary. How many times have you left them alone and went to clubs when you should have been at home, giving hugs and showing love? You think I'll do it later, what if later never comes? Have a plan B to get all your children out the slum. Are we gonna fail? No one can tell. Tell me what I gotta do to get away from this hell. I'm losing my mind, I know I gotta break out my shell and prepare myself mentally for final farewells. Are we gonna fail? No one can tell. Tell me what I gotta do to get away from this hell. I'm losing my mind, I know I gotta break out my shell and prepare myself mentally for final farewells. We are deaf, blind, and numb and suffering the boot. We won't be here forever, somehow that doesn't compute. We thirst for loot so we could indulge ourselves in these worldly pleasures, when the soul you have inside your body is the biggest treasure. Time for drastic measures, it's time to hustle for the rent. You can't make your ends meet and all cash is spent. You spiral descent, down in the abyss, feeling bad every time you try to reminisce. Thank God you exist, thank God you are here. You have to learn to overcome your obstacles and fear to get ahead in this rap race. Just turn the other cheek. My girl has a father alive, they never speak. They go to weeks, they go to months, they go to years, and all in vain. Be the bigger person, take action and break the chain. It's all subjective in your brain. Exercise your mental health, cause peace of mind is worth more than any amount of wealth. Are we gonna fail? No one can can tell. Tell me what I gotta do to get away from this hell. I'm losing my mind, I know I gotta break out my shell and prepare myself mentally for final farewells. Are we gonna fail? No one can tell. Tell me what I gotta do to get away from this hell. I'm losing my mind, I know I gotta break out my shell and prepare myself mentally for final farewell. I got milk for my seeds with a check from the wick, standing in the line embarrassed, feeling just like a dick. I know the feeling that you get when you haven't even ate and you still have to go to work knowing you have to wait. You have to stand on your feet, puff your chest and be proud, cause the world is getting colder and there's no crying aloud. Stand tall, stand proud and rise up like a rocket, cause the world is in your hands and your problems in your pocket. Be remembered as a father and a good son to your mother. Be remembered as a scholar and an off to meet a lover. Be remembered as a woman, be remembered as a mommy. Be remembered as the hottest, highest class piece of punani. Be remembered as a person who would always speak the truth. Will I be remembered as the one who always lit the roof? Yo, I am the living proof that you can get through any drama. I even lost my daughter to my first baby mama. Are we gonna fail? No one can tell. Tell me what I gotta do to get away from this hell. I'm losing my mind, I know I gotta break out my shell and prepare myself mentally for final farewells.